that particular year, it could have been a Nintendo. Transformers.
Yeah,
Original.
1989 is when I got the Nintendo.
Okay. Originally, Transformers in '84, originally estimated retail price of $4 and up. The Transformer legacy, created by Hasbro, began in 1984. There you go, and they're still alive and kicking today.
And my favorite Christmas like thing we do is we do this for every holiday. Like 2 or 3 days after the holiday, we gather up all our friends who don't have family and places to go. We have a friends version of it. So like next Sunday we'll do Friendsmas, where our friends that don't have a place to go come over and we have dinner and we exchange gifts and all that stuff.
I love that. That's how you create new traditions, and I think that's great. I love that. I love that. You're muted.
Sorry, I was making sure that my bus wasn't here.
No problem.
Okay, but yeah, no, that was always my thing. Like I was always raised that like holidays are not just about family; they're about community. Again, it just has to do with I grew up poor family, grew up in a neighborhood where we all looked after each other. I learned to cook from all the moms in the neighborhood, that kind of thing. So that's what holidays in general have always been. It's always been the time where like everybody set stuff aside and just came together, just as folk.
Agreed. Kindness, generosity, caring about each other. That should be the message, right?
Absolutely.
Thanks for jumping in, brother. I hope you have a holiday.
Catch you later.
Safe holiday. You too. Take care. So yes, by the way, in case you didn't notice, it does say Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. You guys consider, hold on a second.
I am your Santa Facts today. Consider me your candy cane. Hey now.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Good morning.
Good morning, Olive. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Glad you're
Happy
here.
all the holidays. I'm doing well. How are you? Looking all snazzy.
Fine. Thank you very much.
No, I love your prompt because when we're talking about your best gift in general, a lot of my favorite gifts haven't been physical things. Like, for instance, this year, my favorite gift is the fact that I have been a part of multiple communities that have helped me build up, have helped me motivate myself in multiple different ways, whether it's on TikTok or my own personal life.
Mhm.
And you're one of my favorite gifts I've gotten throughout this year. Your whole team has been one of my favorite gifts, a lot of my friends, and then obviously everyone knows, but Manny has been one of my favorite gifts ever.
Hey
I
now.
mean, it's just it's been a really good year even after a rough divorce, everything in between, but I have grown so much just from last year to this year. So I am extremely grateful for every single person who has followed me, the way you've helped me, Steve, and everyone else in between. So
Well, Olive, like we always say, once you become part of our family, it's like almost like gum on the bottom of your shoe. You're kind of stuck with us. So
with
yes,
that,
the feeling's mutual.
absolutely. But yeah, no, this has been like this is the one Christmas and holiday time where I've actually had a good time, and this is a good year, and I'm excited for the next year, even regardless of everything going on in the world. I'm excited to see the growth that I see within myself. I mean, moving, relocating myself, growing on my own. I'm really, really excited. But yeah, I mean, this is, and I like what Crow said because growing up, holidays wasn't just about family. I mean, growing up, dad was gone for some holidays, and we would go with other military spouses and other military kids, and we would do our own little traditions and everything in between. And it has been so like the growth from community, from physical community to online community and supporting people that way has been like absolutely amazing. And I love the community that we have. I'm very grateful to be a part of it.
Feelings mutual, Olive. Thank you very, very much. I know that it's been a journey for sure. Journey's going to continue, but again, you're like the proverbial gum on the shoe. You're stuck
Oh
with
yeah.
us, so that's how it goes.
I'm
Too bad.
ready.
I know
Put
you are.
me put me in, coach. I'm ready for whatever.
I know you are. Merry Christmas and happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa,
Merry
happy
Christmas.
holiday.
Happy
Thank you.
all of the holidays.
You too, my friend. You have a great holiday. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. I was just thinking about something she said and about how everybody's, do you have like new traditions that you started? It doesn't have to be your favorite gift. I'll tell you mine. So Gen X, again, raised with hose water and neglect. Everybody, please keep tapping and sharing. We'd like to get this conversation out, let people feel a little bit light once in a while. Um, I don't know if Gen Xers may remember this, but you guys remember Micronauts? It was like this. They were like Transformers before Transformers, right? They were these plastic, and you could put them together in different ways. And they had the giant sort of orange tipped dart that was like, that big around that. Yeah, thank you, Char. Yeah, I mean, those things were awesome. And you could build them in all kinds of shapes. You could take the wings off and you would turn it into like a pistol. And then, oh my gosh, those things were great. And I lived at the end of a dirt road, like really at the end of a dirt road. My neighbors were like 300 yards away. So I had a lot of time with myself, no brothers and sisters. So I created a lot of shit in my head. Surprise, right? Everything involved like imaginary scenes. So the Micronauts would battle each other because I didn't have anybody else to play with. I was fine, don't worry. But those kinds of things, right? And sleds. My parents were committed to keeping the dream alive for very, very long. And I always questioned Santa Claus, as Cheech and Chong would say. I always questioned it. I remember one time, I think it was 6 or 7 years old, maybe 5 or 6 years old, walking out our split level 1960s, 70s ranch, walking up to the top of the stairs and looking down and watching my parents, spreading out the presents. And I was like, so are you guys helping Santa? And then, my mother did her best to keep the dream alive. My dad did too. He used to take the skis out in the backyard and do the whole tracks with the sleigh and all that kind of shit. So that was cool. And I tried to carry on a lot of those traditions with my kids too. We don't do the elf on the shelf thing. We do like Spicoli in the tree. Oh, learning about Cuba, having some food. So anyway, the box is open. We'd love to talk to people today. I hope you're all doing well. Again, I know holidays can be tough. But that's why we're here. Our community's just been great to rally around everybody. And I think that's kind of our goal. So going back a little bit into the past, we started with 1950, number one toy of the year. So in 1951, it was Color Forms. I remember those. 25 cents. Art students Harry and Patricia Kislevitz liked to experiment with art, but didn't like the high cost of paint. As a result, they turned their attention in 1951 to a relatively new medium, colorful vinyl. Soon enough, the art students had created color forms that could cling to smooth surfaces and be reused countless times. Kids adored them, and being able to afford paint was never an issue again. That's cool shit. 1952 is Mr. Potato Head. Original estimated retail price, 98 cents. Holy moly. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm joining.
Hi, Sherry. How are you? Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Good morning, Facts. Merry Christmas to you. And
Thank
happy
you.
Hanukkah to anyone out there. How are you doing this morning? You look terrific and very festive. Wow,
Thank you very
pretty
much.
sharp.
That's for you guys.
I want to thank you first for everything you do for us, all the things that you support and everything that you do. That's so important, and it's such a gift that you have. Wish I had your gift, but I get too mad. and
I get
I
mad too. I just try to hide it.
and my favorite Christmas, I guess I was about 13, and I lived in Rochester, New York, and it was snowing, and my parents were gone all day. It was Christmas Eve, and they were gone all day long. And my dad was the great teaser, and he was telling me he got us a pool that was big, and it was going to make a lot of noise when he brought it in. And I was like sitting thinking, what could he make? And I don't know why. I thought it was a pool table. But he came in and he just made all kinds of noise and did, like he was not really banging stuff, but you could tell it was like a big package. And me and my sister we were sitting on the top steps. He made us go upstairs. And we were just sitting there trying to guess what it was. And finally, he told me to come down, and I came down, and he had a puppy, and we named him Toby. He was really, really cute. He was a little German Shepherd Collie mix. And the rest of the day, I was so surprised because my mother swore we would never have a dog, and we would never have a dog in the house. But we ended up, that dog was in the house. And so we went downstairs in the basement and we played all evening with that puppy. And my dad was down there and we had the best time with that dog. And I guess I would have to say that was a very memorable It was
That's
my
a
first.
wonderful memory.
Yeah, it was my first pet that I ever had. We, yeah, to that point, never had a dog.
That's
And
such a wonderful memory. I love that.
yeah, it was great, and my parents were great, and I miss them dearly. Being 71, you find that my sister has passed and my parents have passed, but I'm going to go today and spend the day baking cookies with my 2-year-old and 3-year-old granddaughters.
I
So
love that. I love that. Well,
and so
thank you, Sherry,
anyway,
for your kind words and for that trip down memory lane. Thank you so very much. Merry
you
Christmas.
all
Happy
have a
holidays
Merry
to you.
Christmas.
You too. See you later. I love those stories. Looking back in time. Good morning, Erica. Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas. Happy
Oh,
Kwanzaa.
shut up,
Happy
you.
Hanukkah.
Good morning.
Good
I
morning.
put sparkles on because you were looking so snazzy.
You did put
So,
sparkles on. It's time to it's time to celebrate.
so, yeah. I haven't had a shower, but I have sparkles on, so
Well, that's okay. I mean that sparkly Erica. I think it's it's going to be your backup TikTok channel of the 9 that you already have. You can also have another one. Do
There's
you have a
only
favorite
3.
holiday memory or a favorite gift?
I think all of my favorite holiday memories are just all of the ones sat around the Christmas table
Mm,
eating dinner
mm.
with when all of my I'm gonna cry.
You don't have to. You don't have to say it if you don't want to.
No, when my oh goodness, when my grandparents were here, and yeah, it makes me happy. It's happy tears.
It is indeed happy tears. Yeah, a lot of those for me too. Good morning, Kara. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
On Christmas Eve.
You too.
Um, I'm sorry. I'm nervous. I
Okay.
don't.
It's
I.
all right. I just cried, so it's fine.
I know. I'm like scared that I'm about to cry. Um, I didn't. Like a lot of other kids growing up, I didn't have good Christmases. There was a lot of violence and scary things happening in the home. But my mom put me into the foster care system when I was 15, and I ended up having actually some really good Christmases with a lot of the kids that I was placed with, and it was really nice. When I was in Turnaround Ranch, it was just really nice to see all of the kids getting things that they would have never gotten if they, weren't there. And I hate the foster care system. I hate it. It needs to be fixed. But it was that just was specifically really nice because like the community around that placement banded together and bought everybody presents, and it was really nice. A very joyful time.
Yeah, it sounds like you've you can now talk about it, at least look back on it, but you have an opportunity to make new memories, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm I'm kind of trying to make my own Christmas, like a lot of other people are, just like do whatever I want for the holidays, whatever makes me feel fulfilled and I don't know,
Exactly.
good about the year.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, for what yeah, you're right. Even in some of the most stable environments, holidays can bring back good and bad memories, right? And I think that's part of as we learn and as we grow and as we evolve, we have opportunities to create our own. So good for you for your really extremely positive outlook towards it. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. I,
You're,
I thank you for letting me come up.
you got it. You did great. Merry Christmas and happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays to you. See you later.
Fake news.
I've stopped crying now.
Okay, that's good. Finally.
Listen. You know
Listen,
this more than
you cry
anyone.
at sock commercials.
I'm a
Erica, let's be
crier.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Seek, how are you this morning?
I'm
Merry
doing well.
Christmas.
How are
Happy
you?
Hanukkah.
Happy all the holidays to you. Erica,
Mhm.
how are you today?
I'm sparkly. How are
Very
you?
You are.
sparkly.
So, I honestly can't pinpoint like a best gift or a best Christmas, but I'm going to echo the sentiments of Olive and some other people that the friendships that I've made this year, despite it being crazy and tough,
Mm.
like getting to know Erica, getting to know you, Steve, and even though we pretty much just met, but you know what I mean.
Never too late.
Getting to know Matt, getting to know everybody in this community, like you guys are probably going to be one of my most memorable gifts because everybody's getting me through this terrible time that we're, marching toward. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, again, you never know, right? I think that's the best part of it. It's like the unpredictable,
Yep.
right?
And I'm
And
just
there's
grateful to
sometimes
have
the
a
silver lining
community
stuff.
around me.
Yeah, yeah. It's always this. It's the silver lining. You know what they say. What is it? Once you get through the storm, right? The skies are always brighter after the storm, so to speak.
Yeah, there's always a rainbow after the storm or
Exactly.
something.
Yes.
Yep.
Whatever that colloquialism is, that's what I meant.
Every
Yep.
cloud has a silver lining.
That one
The
too.
sun,
We're
the sun
just
always
making our
comes
own.
out again. Yeah.
Okay, Annie.
You don't want me to sing, Steve.
I don't know. I think
I may
do.
not, but the rest of the crowd may.
Erica, you look different today from yesterday, though. Your head's less orange.
Oh, that is true. Hang on, I can do that again if you like. Give me a sec.
Sure. No, but you're right, Zeke. I mean, do you have a particular gift that you were like a toy that you just like freaked out when you got it?
Honestly, not really. Like, I don't know. I think I've just been lucky that all of my Christmases have been pretty blessed, and
That's awesome.
I've always gotten some pretty awesome stuff. But like, my family's very sentimental, and
Mm.
yeah, I think it's just been the camaraderie with my family and just the laughter that we've shared over the years. Our family's gotten so much smaller over the past like 10 years. So looking back on the memories of us just being crazy and laughing and making up random songs and bands, and I don't even know. There was
I love.
also a lot of Christmases that I cried, but that's unimportant.
No, but that's normal too. I get that. We've all had
So
those.
my family I was the youngest, so I was picked on by everybody.
Oh, how many brothers and sisters?
I have a brother and a sister, both older, and then my cousins are all like 4+ years older than me. So my brother's 7 years older, my sister's 9 years older. So it was quite the age difference, and I was mostly sticking with the adults because they were my comfort.
Do you mind sharing what year you were born?
1986.
1986. I have socks older than you. Good to know. Let's see what the top present was in 1986. I'm just curious.
You
We're
should.
gonna go.
I hope someone's getting you from some socks for Christmas because you really shouldn't have socks that are from pre 1986, Steve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
true.
true. I mean, I'm sure my children will get me socks. We have a little bit of a tradition in our family. Massive sock game. Who gives the best pair of socks? 1986.
1986
The
for
top present was. Anybody want to take a guess? 1986.
Hang on.
Chat. You guys want to take a guess?
oh goodness,
1986.
Cabbage
That,
Patch dolls of some sort.
No.
that,
Good guess.
oh, that's post.
Teddy Ruxpin was 1985. Good guess there, though.
Oh,
Nintendo.
toys that you've said were the top selling toy.
Hmm.
There, I haven't heard one that's specifically meant for girls yet, which
Well,
is
we've only given like 4 years so far,
okay.
so we haven't gotten there yet. Why aren't Nintendos meant for girls,
No, no,
Erica?
no,
Are you
no, no,
scared
no.
of
I
something?
mean, no, I'm not actually. But I would say that at the time, people would probably say that that was more a boy's toy than a girl's toy.
At the time, sure.
Having been alive in 1986.
Yeah, I would say that's true. I graduated high school in 1985. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I remember Atari and Nintendo and PlayStation started to show up then. But yeah. Cabin Mom, good morning and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Good morning. Happy holidays to everybody.
You too.
Oh, I just confused my dogs because I started talking to no one. They think that's funny.
That's a day. That's a day in my life. At least you know you always have a friend.
That's right. Um, so I wanted to tell you my best gift.
Please do.
One year, my father was doing a whole bunch of work in our basement, and it was funny because it was only me and my sister. I'm the oldest, and she's 3 years younger than me. And we were asking him what he was building, and he kept telling us he was building a pew pew cabinet. He didn't have a lot of them, but we just said, okay, we didn't ask any questions. And when we woke up Christmas morning, he had built us a full-size kitchen,
Wow.
like a kitchen set. It had cabinets, it had a fake stove, it had a sink, it had upper cabinets, lower cabinets. It took up one whole side of our basement,
Wow.
and it was painted and everything. And it was amazing. We loved that thing. We played with it. We hid inside of it. We we used it to play school. We used it to play kitchen. We used it all the time, and I think that was my best Christmas memory.
That's really
So,
cool. What year were you born, if you don't mind sharing?
1975.
Okay. Let's see. 1975. The top-selling toy was. Oh man! No way. The pet rock.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny indeed. Gary Ross Doll supposedly thought up a rock over drinks with friends, imagining the ideal pet as one that made no mess and required no effort. Pair that idea with clever marketing and a lot of 420, my guess, and lucky timing, and you end up with arguably the most famous, most useless product in the history of America. Indeed, even decades later, the pet rock stands as a tribute to both tribute to and mockery of the perennial wonders of capitalism. Indeed.
That's
That's
amazing.
funny.
I know, right?
I'm jealous of
395.
that one.
395. Like, I mean, again, sitting around drinking with his buddies. Dudes, I got an idea. How about we get rocks? We'll call it a pet. Oh, put it in a box, call it a pet rock, and sell it for $4. And the rest is history.
That's
That's pretty
amazing.
funny.
I know. I know. Seek, thank you for jumping in today, friend. I appreciate you very much.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. See you later.
Bye.
All right.
I do remember the year when we got Cabbage Patch Kids because that was a
Yeah,
huge deal.
that was huge. That was huge.
And my
Oh,
father managed to find one or my mother, it's probably my father, whose name was Paige Brooke, which is my sister's name and my name.
oh wow. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really
So,
cool.
yeah.
Good
And then I
morning,
remember
Ari.
Tickle Me
I'm
Elmo.
sorry. I'm sorry. Good morning, Ari. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. How are you today?
Home from work. They wrote me out of work today, so
Are you feeling okay?
I still have some pain, but at least I have an
Okay.
answer for it.
Okay. Anything we need to discuss?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you there.
I was going to say anything that we need to worry about.
Oh, nothing they can do. It's just apparently an ovarian cyst. Yeah, the normal stuff that may or may not get worse over time.
Okay.
So, yay, more lovely, awesome things about being a woman.
Yeah. Um, before my chin hits the desk, when you tell me what year you were born, please.
Oh, you think, okay. Ha-
I'm curious.
1991.
Okay. 1991. Gosh. Let's see. 1991. Nintendo. Again,
Game
the most
Boy.
popular toy. Prices again,
Was it
199.99.
the SNES by then though? The
Super.
Super.
It was SNES. It was
Yeah.
the Super Nintendo and Entertainment System. That's a good point because we didn't indoctrinate young minds enough with the regular version. We needed the super version.
Mm.
What was your
Um,
favorite gift? Your favorite memory, Ari?
Probably when I got the Game Boy Color, and I want to say it was 96.
Okay.
96
96.
or 97, probably. Yeah, I got the Game Boy Color, and Pokemon Blue. My brother got red.
See, Ari is in fact the Nintendo generation, born in the year of the SNES, and favorite gift was a Nintendo gift.
Yeah, and since Erica is up here stereotyping presents for people, I think Ari just sort of just debunked that whole belief set. So there
Yeah.
you go. Hi, Lainey.
Oh.
Morning.
Hi,
How are
Lainey.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Wait,
So
you
year
can't
you
see
were
my
born,
kid
if you
in the
don't mind
background,
sharing.
right? I was born in 1975, so we already
Do we do
found out that
75?
was
Oh, the
Pet
pet
The
rock.
Rock.
pet
Yeah.
rock.
There you go. I mean, you have that in. I mean, that's a great. I was born the same year of the pet rock being
Yeah.
invented.
That was a big year.
You
Merry
haven't
Christmas, Happy
asked me,
Hanukkah.
Steve.
I'm sorry,
You haven't asked me what year I was born.
Erica. What year were you born?
1978.
1978. Let's do that. Okay, you want to
That's
take a
when my
guess?
brother was born.
Well, I don't know whether I think it's quite difficult to guess the toy the year you were born. I mean, I
Yeah,
probably
because
didn't.
I didn't get a rock that year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. I would hope not. It would be kind of a
I
lame
don't
gift for a
Right.
know.
baby.
Here, infant. Here's a
Here's a
3 month
rock.
old,
Yeah.
4 month old infant.
1978 was Star Wars action figures.
Of course it was.
Oh gosh, I had my uncle who was like 5 years older than me had like all the Star Wars stuff. Like he had the Millennium Falcon, like, and he had like every single figure. He was a
I
big old nerd.
I bet he wish he had them now.
Probably, yeah.
Like
I
in their
actually
boxes.
wouldn't doubt
My
if he didn't have, like I
my
would imagine he
cousin
might have
still
them still.
my
Right.
cousin still has all of his. Because do you remember when Star Wars used to be on TV at Christmas, like
Oh
a
gosh,
number of
that
years
Christmas
later?
special
Oh,
was
that's right.
the silliest thing ever made, I think, for TV.
And none of
Chewie
us.
dancing with like an elf or something. Yeah.
It was bonkers.
Ari, favorite memory?
So honestly, I don't like Christmas that much.
Not
So
alone.
yeah.
Word.
So I guess just getting that Game Boy Color. Let's go.
That's a good one. How about you,
But
Lainey? Favorite memory, favorite gift?
My favorite gift, I think, was the year, and I was probably around 11 or 12. I got a stereo for my room,
Nice.
with a double tape deck, so I could make mixtapes and stuff and record off of the radio. Um, and because like music has always been super like a haven for me.
Same.
I still like keep up with what's current in music, more or less as much as I can today. And so like I remember staying up late listening to like there was this one like college radio station that I would get, and that's how I was introduced to bands like The Cure and 11th Dream Day and The Breeders and like all the like well, there was also MTV and stuff like that too, 120 minutes on Sundays. But like yeah, like it was right next to my bed so that I could like reach the buttons when I was like in bed going to sleep. And
Such a
even
great.
today still I go to sleep listening to either someone talking or music, and like
Same here. I mean, you bring back such a good
comforting.
memory. I remember doing the same thing. A lot of people, like Ari and those that are in that era and that generation, are like, "What do you mean you recorded stuff off the radio?" Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of what. Okay, so I've had a tape recorder before, guys. We're good. I've had the cassette tapes. I've had the recorder. I know how to do all of that.
I'm sure you know how to do it, but this is the work that we had to put in.
Right, we had to
Yeah.
like wait for the song to come on and then like press record, and like you would have DJ talk at the beginning and end of the songs and your mixtapes and stuff. Oh gosh, it was
Well, it's funny that you say that, Lainey, because I worked in radio for about 20 years. And when I first started in 1987, I still had that in my head. So, like, when I would start a song, I would always pause like a second before I started the song
Mhm.
so that anybody who was out there was recording could at least get the opportunity
Get it
not to have.
recorded. Oh gosh, what a thoughtful DJ. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's just something I did. depending on
have
the
to
My
say,
season.
local DJs did not do that. They
Yeah,
yammered right through the first 10 seconds and the last 10 seconds of every song. I
they didn't
remember
care
trying
about
to
us.
catch, remember that song, Vanna Pick Me a Letter?
Oh
That,
yeah,
yeah,
Vanna, pick me a
I was
letter.
trying to grab that one. So, but they would always be yakking at the beginning and end. It was so annoying.
That's right.
the
What were
year
you gonna
that
say, Renee?
The year that Ari was born was the year I got my first CD player, and that was for Christmas, and it was ridiculously expensive, and it was on like it had a double tape deck and a CD that would pop up on the top. You know the ones I'm
Hmm.
talking about.
I
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
year I got
The
my
disc,
first
the
CD
disc man.
player.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get a
I
CD
had a
player
disc
until I
one.
was like in college, I think. I brought my little dual tape stereo um, to college with me. I still had like the big double-sided cassette case that held about like 60 or 80 CD or
Right.
cassettes. Like when
And
I went to college in the 90s.
and those speakers, remember, Laney? They were like oak cabinets, and they weighed like
Yeah, yeah,
300
it was
pounds
huge.
each.
It was so big.
Having to lug
Now
all
I
that
have
stuff.
now like my home stereo is literally just a turntable and a Bluetooth speaker that's like this big.
Exactly. That's exactly right. That's what I have right over there. My last year for Christmas, actually, my kids got me a turntable because I have probably 400 albums.
Yeah, I at one time because I in college I worked at the college radio station and I
Mm-hmm.
also worked at a record store on St.
Mm-hmm.
Mark's Place and it was a used record store. So anytime like stuff got brought in, the employees would just scavenge it first. Like we got all the good stuff. And so I had up to 950 or so CDs. I had them in an old dresser in my basement. And like I finally got rid of them about 5 years ago.
Uh, yeah,
But
that
I
well,
still
that's a
have a ton of
commitment.
records. I still have a ton of LPs.
Yeah, I worked. I did the same. I worked at a college radio station. I also worked at a record store, and when I was at the station, I was music director at one point, and all the A&R people, the albums and record people from various music companies and record companies would come in and they would pitch us all this stuff, getting plays on the air. So I still have probably a hundred or so that have never even been opened. I've never even listened to it. I
Mm.
don't even know what it is. Like, who is this band? I should probably see if I can track them down and see if they'd like a copy or if I can get it signed or something. Who knows? They could be
Right.
an accountant now. Maybe they're a
Right.
CEO
They're
for a
like, I'm not
healthcare
signing this
company.
promo copy bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's
you
exactly
didn't
right.
you didn't get me any money off of this.
That's exactly right. It still has not for resale on it.
Right.
Oh, that'd be funny.
A favorite memory, Lainey?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Um, I don't remember a ton of my childhood.
Mm.
It kind of, I was dissociating a lot. But I will second what Seek said. Like that this year has been like that's the gift this year is that like I've met what Seek said. Like and I'm looking forward to hopefully this place surviving, but if not, like the other gift that I've gotten from it is knowing that like my people want to hear what I have to say
Yeah.
and I have at times felt unheard and unimportant. And not that I feel important now, but like that's not what I mean, but that like that I can make a difference. And so wherever we end up, if this place goes away, I know that I can do it. And so that's very special because I'm not alone. That's the big thing that I can do this because I'm not alone. There are other people out there that are fighting the good fight alongside me. So
One of the
I think
things
that's
that
a very special
I've
gift.
learned, thank you for that. One of the things that I've learned this time, and this is something that we share often, is take your flowers. So, Lainey, take your damn flowers. You are important, okay? Take your flowers.
Thank you.
White patent leather. Good morning. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. What's on your mind? White patent leather. Are you there? White patent leather. I guess not. You might not have requested.
They have bars.
Yeah. Everybody, please keep tapping and sharing. Let's spread some joy and some laughter and anybody. I mean, seriously though, my suit. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's my favorite line.
It's
There you go.
fantastic, Steve.
Sophie, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to you too.
Thank you. What's on your mind today, and what would you like to share?
I was born in 71,
Okay.
and
71. 71 was Weebles. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
I had one of those.
You might have
I
been
had the
old enough to get a
treehouse.
pet
Estimated-
rock in 75 as well.
There you go. So they kind of things went backwards. We went back to the dark ages after the early 70s. Originally estimated retail price is $6.58. Weebles were a family of egg-shaped plastic figures distinguished by bright colors and kinetic, somewhat hypnotic movements.
Like
bolstered
that.
by
I
the
literally just
catchphrase,
did this.
Yeah.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. The toys were a must-have among young kids in the early to mid
You
1970s.
could beat the heck out of them and they would stand right back up.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
true.
like a human version of a weeble. I have a very low center of gravity. Ari's probably like this as well. We're not very tall, so we like, you know, we fall over less because we're closer to the ground in the first place.
You know,
Oh my
you might
gosh.
be right. I've never thought about it before. I consider myself clumsy, but I managed to stay up. So,
It's your weeble wobble.
yeah,
She'll
very
fall down.
That brought back a memory for me just now. So my younger brother got a My Buddy doll. Do y'all remember My Buddy?
Sure.
So it was, and then they came out with Kid Sister after the My Buddy dolls took off. But so my younger brother, he was about 8 years younger than me, got a My Buddy doll, and he named it Chucky
Oh,
before Child's Play came out.
Well, it was
And
kinda
then, like,
weird. I mean, it
later
was
that
kinda
year, or
weird.
maybe it was a couple years later, but he still had the doll. That movie came out, and I was big into horror movies, and so I was fascinated with the thought that like he named the doll what the like evil doll was called, and so I convinced my younger brother that his My Buddy doll was possessed, and so we would beat the tar out of that doll.
Yeah. Yeah, but the
I
toys
know.
were
God, I remember that.
You want to
Sophie,
play, Lainey?
do you have a
Oh
favorite
God.
gift, Sophie, or memory you'd like to share?
um, yeah. One of the best years was when we all worked together. My dad made. He was a wood craftsman, and he made these wooden centerpieces with matching candle holders. And then my mom and us kids helped bake a bunch of, Christmas treats to put them into the centerpiece and give away to people. And I mean, I like giving a lot more. It just makes me happy making other people happy. And so that was just like one of the best things.
I agree. And notice I haven't talked about the gifts my kids give me because if I started to talking about that, I'd be a blubbering mess because I am a sentimental sucker for sure. I remember like the little pine cone. I'm not even going to start because I'll lose it. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
go there.
Hey, seriously, Steve, I can't be the only person to cry on
Nope.
here today, so get crying.
Nope, not going there. Not yet. Not maybe as the morning progresses, I'm sure I will. But that's a great. I mean, I think again the generosity, giving, those kinds of things, acts of kindness, whatever that might be. I think that's sadly too many of us only do it around the holidays. I just think it's a muscle to flex, right, and to stretch. Being generous, being kind, helping others. I think that's.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
Erica
said
had me
that,
crying
Sophie.
too, thinking about my grandparents.
Do you
Yeah,
know what? It's
it's
just that
Erica's
thing,
fault.
isn't it? Well, I'm first of all, Steve said it before. I will cry at anything because I'm that kind of person. I have a hard exterior, but inside I am just jelly, right? Just jelly, only jelly. But yeah, that whole thing of, I think what Christmas is like when you are a kid is how you think Christmas, as long as it was good, obviously, is what you think Christmas should be like forever. And sadly, when you get to be an adult, especially like me, I don't have kids. So now Christmas is just a day where we get presents, and it doesn't have that kind of special feeling, the
The
excitement
magic,
you had when you were a kid, the magic.
right?
Um, and of course we all do stuff that Jesus would have thoroughly disapproved of
That's
on
right.
Christmas.
Melissa Jarvis, you had asked the question about the name of the poem. It's the March for Life poem. It's written, authored of. It's called "You Don't March for Life." It's called. It's written by Courtney Hood from January 26th of 2017. It's called "You Don't March for Life." There you go. Anything else that you'd like to add today, Sophie?
No, thank you for everything you've done. I've been so grateful to find you, Matt, Misha, Erica, Seek, Val. All of you guys have helped me get through this year, so I'm very grateful to you. So
Appreciate you
thank
very
you for
much.
all you
Grateful
do.
for you as well. Thank you. Have a great holiday.
You too. Bye.
Everybody, please keep tapping. Please keep sharing. Tapping is clapping. Sharing is caring, after all.
I will say I technically sort of have a Christmas gift coming on Friday with their own Christmas gift for me, so that'll be fun.
There you know. That's great.
You've
The
got a
Joker, how are you
person
today?
gift,
Oh, sorry.
Ari. Sorry, no. You've got a
What, Erica?
person gift.
Yeah, it's a person.
Ooh,
Hey
nice.
now. The Joker, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you guys? Happy holidays.
Same to you. What year were you born, if you don't mind sharing?
I was born in the great year of '89.
1989. Did we do 1989 already? So the number one gift
Yeah.
in 1989 was, wait for it, Game Boy. $89.99. The birth of mobile, well, not considered the birth of mobile gaming, it might as well have been.
Hang on. So Nintendo basically completely dominated from the mid 80s to the early 90s.
Yeah.
Because
There's a few
because we had
exceptions in there.
NES, we had Game
Atari
Boy, and
dropped
we
the
had
ball. They
SNES.
had the market and
They
they
did.
lost it. That was the
There,
only game system I've ever had was the Atari 2600 or whatever it was called.
that's right.
I'm
There's a
the
few
only
exceptions in
I'm the
there, but
only
you're
trans
basically
femme
right,
in the
Erica.
world that doesn't play video games. I got that thing, played the few games that came with it, and I think I got a couple others that Christmas. Notice I did not say the Atari was my favorite gift
It's
because I
true.
was just
You
like,
didn't.
I didn't care for it.
Meh. The Joker, do you have a favorite memory or a favorite gift that you'd like to share?
Yes, so I have two. One as a child in my childhood and one as an adulthood. So as a child, when I came to America, it was about 1999. And my brother had a friend who would always bring his Sony PlayStation 1 over to play video games. And I was obsessed and hooked, and I wanted one of my own. But since we just moved to America, we didn't really have enough money. Family didn't really have enough money to be able to afford it, plus rent, plus all that kind of stuff. So one day, in the morning, when I woke up so so I'm Jewish and Ukrainian, so New Year's for us is like Christmas. So so on New Year's I woke up and there was a PlayStation sitting right under the Christmas tree. And I think that was one of my happiest moments as a child.
Oh, that's great.
And then as an adult, um, the birth of my child a day after my birthday.
Hmm.
He was due a day before my birthday, but he was like, you know what, I'm gonna let you have one day of your own. And it came the next day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a sweet one.
Yep, that's a good one.
I
That's a good one.
didn't I didn't mean to hit the fields.
It's okay. It's okay. That's a sweet spot for me. Start talking about kids. Don't apologize. Makes you feel human.
Yeah, and now it's pretty much all about him. Like I just want to see his happiness and his and how he looks when he opens his gifts and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really care about getting it now. Now it's more about the look on his face when he gets what he wants.
That is the best. I totally agree. Even stepping on Legos with bare feet, it's all worth it.
It's
It's all
painful, but yeah, it's worth it.
it's all worth it.
But yeah,
Jo-
he's coming up. He's actually almost 2.5. He's gonna be 3 in August. So it's the toddler stage right now.
It's the best, and I'm so great that you can appreciate it. I wish people could do that more. Just those little things, those little moments in life, right, that we just sort of take for granted. So good for you for sharing that. I appreciate that.
100%. I think the best thing was when I didn't realize that how great it is having a child is when you wake up in the morning and you just come up to him and he's so excited to see you and just smiles and just waits for you. That's the best feeling in the world as a dad.
Totally agree. Totally
All right.
agree.
Happy
Thanks for
holidays, you
being here.
guys.
You too. Thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate that. Yeah. Mm. My kids were out doing quite a bit of last minute Christmas shopping last night. They're all still sleeping. Shocker. They're all here. I don't get all of them under one roof much anymore these days. So it's really nice to have that. So, yes. Again, I'll lose it. I will lose it. Hi, Lori. How are you? Thanks for being here. What
I'm
year were you
good. How are
born? If you don't
you?
mind, I'm fine. If you don't mind sharing, what year were you born?
Yeah, I was born in 1961.
Okay, let's see. 1961. You want to take a guess what the number one present was in 1961?
I would not have a clue. Chatty Cathy, I don't know.
Slip and slide.
Slip and slide. That's kind of
Slip and slide.
weird.
For
8.95
Christmas.
per box
Yeah, I
of
was gonna say
six.
you get
Yes.
it in December and then have to wait.
You
Right?
can't use it till
And
July.
in America, it's not going to be any good.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
everybody
maybe
lives
in
in
Florida, but like not much
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
As one might
In
expect,
Utah, no.
as one might expect, the slip and slide has relatively dangerous origins. In 1960, an upholsterer by the name of Robert D. Carrier came home to find his son and his son's friend sliding down the wet pavement on their
Oh my
driveway.
God.
Drawing on his work
Oh,
with synthetic
no.
fabrics, Carrier created a plastic slide for his kids to put down over hard surfaces for a slicker and presumably safer experience.
Can you
Oh,
imagine,
that's
like, the skin that they did
Uh,
not have at the end of that day?
I'm hoping at least it was polished concrete, like where it's like got lacquer over it or something. Because holy cow, we
Well,
used to
I'm
go in my
that would be
dorm
crazy.
in my dorm in college. Like every few months, like we were on the second floor and we would soap up the hallway
oh, sure.
with soapy water, and like everybody would take turns sliding down the hallway. And we would do that until the water started going down the stairwells, and the RA would notice.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real though. I mean, you notice he referenced the fact that he came home to find his son and his son's friends. Little boys tend to do shit like that until we, not that little girls don't, but that is a little boy thing.
Yeah.
That is definitely as you're peeling the skin off of your off of your body. Lori, do you have a particular memory that you'd like to share or a gift?
Yeah. So when I was 12, I got a tape recorder. And me and my brothers and my sisters had so much fun with that thing. We'd be newscasters. My brother would do a Howard Cosell type, voiceover about sports. And I mean, it was just hilarious. It was so much fun. Actually still have that tape recorder because back in the day, they had those little like engraving pens. And my mother thought it would be a good idea to engrave my social security number on my tape recorder. So I can't donate it. I can't give it away because, hello, it has my social security number on it. So
That's
yeah,
smart.
it's still hanging around my house somewhere. I mean, it probably still works. I haven't used it in 20 years, but yeah. And then also my oldest son was born on Christmas morning. It's a very
Wow.
strange Christmas day. I was like in the hospital having a baby, and I just told my husband, just bring me the present at the hospital. You could just bring it to me. He's like, no, Lori, I can't do that. Yeah, because he got me a rocking chair. So yeah, I couldn't really pack the rocking chair to the hospital. But yeah, it was an interesting year
I
because
mean,
I
I can
was
imagine.
planning a party. We were going to have a Christmas Eve party, and I was all ready for it, makeup all done, and then my water broke.
I imagine those
Gosh.
conversations. You could always say, "What are you going to get me for Christmas this year? I gave you life. Shut the hell up."
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I would totally pull
Well,
that card.
my biggest thing is too is when my children have their birthdays, I always let them choose what they want for dinner. And with Derek's birthday being Christmas Day, we do Christmas Eve. So he gets to choose what we have for dinner. And he's such a stinker. He always waits right till the last minute. Like he told me the 22nd, like the 21st, what he wanted for his birthday dinner. It's like, could you not give me some heads up? So Yesterday, I
I don't
went to
know what I'm going to be
Costco
in the
because he
mood
wanted
for.
exactly. He wanted pork butt. He wants to make pulled pork sandwiches. So I'm at Costco getting a pork butt, trying to leave that store and that parking lot. It took me 20 minutes just to get out of the parking lot when I left. It was insane. So, and I work there, so I get to go. I get to go do it again today.
Well, thank you, Lori,
So,
for sharing that with us. I appreciate that. Happy birthday to your son. You said happy birthday to your son,
yeah, yeah,
and
yep.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays to you and your family. Thank you for
Hey,
being
you
here.
too. Happy holidays to all you too. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you. See you later.
Just
Happy
love
holidays.
listening to.
Oops, sorry. I hate that. I don't want to do that.
I
It
know.
always.
So
Does
awkward.
anyone think there'd be some longevity in doing a slip and slide plus lawn darts package? You know, where you get both.
Well, we used to do this thing where we would throw the lawn darts straight up in the air and try to catch them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was something, and it was called jarts back then. So, yes,
Like
For
jorts.
for Gene darts.
Yeah.
not jorts, lady.
Jots.
Jarts.
How many people got hurt?
Everybody. Surely.
Mhm.
But they,
Everybody.
it wasn't exactly a very sharp tip. It was it was a dull tip. So like a dull puncture wound was much better than a sharp puncture wound.
Okay.
When you grow up
For
in
the
southern
record,
Vermont, when you grow up in
don't.
yeah,
Go on.
when you grow up in southern Vermont, at the end of a dirt road, you must find your fun.
Hmm. I'm gonna say the most unsung dangerous toy that like nobody ever calls out is the freaking trampoline.
Oh, seriously. And then they made it worse by putting the net around it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So you're
And now
not
you're
gonna
stuck.
even. Yeah, you just bounce back in.
that's right.
But the springs along the side. Oh my goodness! Like how many times did your leg pass through? In where the pads meet and like go through the springs and just get scraped up. Oh my god.
It is so true. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa to everybody. Thank you all for joining. Please continue to like and share the live. Please consider gifting our panelists. I would really appreciate that. Susanna, how are you today?
Good. Merry Christmas, everybody.
You too. If you don't mind sharing, what year were you born?
1970.
1970. Did we do 70 already? I don't know if we did 70.
No, we did
Let's see.
71, I think.
1970 was, want to take a guess?
Chatty Cathy. I'm going to go with the last ladies.
It was a Nerf ball.
A Nerf ball. Okay.
$2 retail price, made of non-expanding recreational foam that I'm sure was totally safe,
Very
and
safe.
marketed
Yeah,
as
yeah,
the
yeah.
world's first indoor ball. The Nerf ball was an instant smash for Parker Brothers. Over 4 million units sold the first year. Similar products soon followed. Eventually, the Nerf football took the crown as the best-selling toy in Nerf's lineup.
It was
The
an
Nerf
instant
ball.
smash for
Probably food
lamps
on one of those
also.
Perfect.
in my life.
So, great favorite memory and or best gift, or a combination of the two?
Well, when I was 5, I was actually diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which back then was really
Not good.
probably more complicated than it is now
Yeah.
in many ways, because there was not a lot of ways to handle it. So I had a rough year. So my parents, who are not very well off, got me everything that I possibly wanted that year. And I got an easy bake oven, an Etch-a-Sketch, and a light bright. And it was like it was the best thing ever.
Oh, light bright.
at the
I love
time.
the light bright.
So yeah.
So
Oh,
there's
light
a-
bright was
There's an easy bake oven about 20 feet from me. It's in a box, and I keep asking my daughter every year. I'm like, "Do you want me to get rid of this thing?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "Do you want?
Yeah.
Are we going to use it? Don't get rid of it." I'm like, "Okay, it's still in a box."
funny. I have one sitting right beside me now to give to my granddaughter this year. So she's 3.
Those are
So
great.
yeah, that really was. I know, looking back now, I know how much they had to have put out to do that for me, because it wasn't something that was easy for them to do. So
That's right.
I appreciate
That's right.
that they were able to do that for me. And yeah.
I love to hear that. Thank you for sharing your story, Suzanne. I appreciate you very
Yeah.
much.
Take care, everybody.
You too.
Happy holidays.
You too. Erica, would you mind doing a PSA, please? I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome welcome to the 8 a.m. FactsStillMatter flight from here to eternity. We will be looking out of the windows today for Santa's sleigh. If you see it, please do alert a member of the flight team, and we can point it out to everybody else. Also, Rudolph's nose is probably the closest thing we are going to see to a solar flare at this time of year. If you would like to tap the screen, that would really help us out and keep us in the air today. Don't forget, you can get yourself some some air miles by tapping the subscribe star in the bottom left hand corner, and also don't forget to check into Facts Team using the heart at the top of the screen. This is a Christmas flight, so you will notice that all of your flight team today are attired in Christmas paraphernalia. Please do not be offended by that. Other holidays are celebrated too. Please do share the live at your convenience, and feel free to give everybody a Christmas tip. Not a sharp tip, as we spoke about earlier. A dull tip is always preferred. Thank you.
A blunt instrument. By the way, since I haven't shared this yet, born in 1967, the summer of love. Thank you very much. Light Bright was the most popular gift given that year, $10. Light Bright comprised a backlit grid covered by black sheets of paper. By poking holes in the paper, young boys and girls could form patterns and images. Later editions would include pre-patterned images of pop culture figures like Darth Vader and Scooby-Doo. Loved me some Light Bright for sure.
That was the coolest. Love
That
it.
was
Love it.
really cool. That was really cool.
You're not that old, Steve. You're only you're 2 years younger than my mom and 4 years younger than my dad.
Audie.
Thanks,
Wait,
sorry.
no, 3 years.
Thanks.
Christmas violence.
No, I mean you still got a long way to go to be grandpa age. For me.
The year that Steve was born, the most popular gift was a real Tyrannosaurus Rex. So there's that.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, Steve, your kids are younger than me, aren't they?
My oldest is 23.
Yeah, so you're still ahead in that regard.
Thanks again, Ari. Thanks.
No, I don't know where I'm going.
You. Hi, Sam. Save me.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Saying you're young. You're
Merry
good.
Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you for being here.
Happy everything. And
What year? What year were you born?
1990.
Jeepers. Okay. Let's see.
I'm right
Did we
there
do
with Ari.
1990?
I don't
sorry,
know
what?
if we have. I had to
think
go
it was
chase my
something by
horses and cows.
Nintendo.
19. You want to take a guess, Sam?
I was so close with Teddy Ruxpin the what last time you asked the cheap seats. Let's see. I don't know, something Nintendo, since all of them around there were Nintendo.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures.
Ooh.
$3.99 and up. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rose to fame on the back of a massively popular animated series about witty crime fighters with an appetite for New York pizza. By the time their 1990 live-action movie dropped, the Turtles had utterly conquered the youth market with best-selling toys and box office numbers to show for it. Teenage
Woohoo!
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wow.
I can say I did not get that in 1990.
Maybe a blanket or a beanie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because I would have almost been one because I was born in January. So that, yeah.
Your
Um,
birthday's coming up.
it is. It is. Yeah, I was one of those kids growing up that I had Christmas and then like 2 weeks later I had a birthday. So it was kind of all lumped together.
So, favorite memory, favorite gift. What's on your mind?
I have a favorite gift that I don't think anybody will be surprised about if you know me and how I am now and how I live my life. I remember coming down the stairs. I have no idea how old I was. I was young, but I don't know how old. Um, and I looked down and there was this massive wooden horse stable. And I had like the horses, and I'm pretty sure it was like a Briar, the top of the line or whatever. And it was amazing. And I played with that thing until it broke into pieces. And like I said, if anyone knows me now, I have horses, I have cows, I have everything. So it makes sense.
You were indoctrinated early.
I was, even though both of my parents are very much city people and they hate the country. So
Yeah, I mean that's gosh, yeah, it's so funny that that became your life. Like,
It did. And not until a few years ago too. I mean, I was a big city girl. I was born near DC and then I moved to Austin, Texas when I was like 10. And then went to college at the University of Arkansas. So like still a big city, just not as big as like,
Hey, I
Austin.
grew up in Arkansas.
Hi. I just live
Hey.
across the border into Missouri now.
Okay.
But um but yeah, I've always lived in big cities and then I got divorced and I was like, I am living my dream. I'm gonna buy a horse and that's what I did and all everything fell into place.
good for you. That's great. I want to take this moment. Sam is one of the mods on our team, along with Erica and others. And I say this publicly a lot. I'm lousy at sending Christmas cards. I keep telling myself every single year that I'm going to send. This is going to be the year, you guys. This is going to be the year that I'm going to send out Christmas cards, and I never do it. So I'd like to say to all of you on my team that because I cannot do this without you. I am so grateful that you're all in my life and that you've helped us keep this ship afloat every single day. It is a thankless job at times. I can get cranky. They know that. Hopefully, it's not too bad. But y'all are amazing. So just thank you on behalf of myself for helping us keep this ship afloat. So thank you, Sam.
No, thank you. We absolutely love what we do. I can speak for all the mods, I think, when I say that we absolutely love this community and love you and love, pushing out all of the important things that need to be pushed out, but also having fun on days like today. And it's just such a fun thing. I will, agree with everybody when they say that this year has been tough, but this community has just been the best gift. I am so blessed.
Preach. Yes, Erica.
Can I just point out, I'm not in fact a mod. I am just in the mod chat and I deputise for the mods if I'm on the panel to make a. So I'm not a mod and I don't want to be because their job is really hard. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm still a mod in for your chat, Ari, and because the nature of what I do is hop from live to live, I'm kind of useless as a mod.
I mean, I'll be honest. So, like, I'll go into some of the bigger creators, right? And most of their mods are fellow creators, and I'm like, I don't want to do that because I want people that are going to be in my chat with me to be my moderators. So
Right.
I might have like three, and that's just be as far as creators go, and that's just because they join my panel enough.
Yeah, sometimes
Um,
it's useful on the panel to be able to mute someone or something like that, but
and
otherwise it's
also RJ is one, but he actually will be sitting there and invite everybody up to the panel. So it's hilarious when he's modding my chat. So that's why he stays on too. But as far as that, it's kind of the same thing. Like I want people that are gonna stay, and then like Lainey, you're also a mod, so that when you do come up to speak on the issues on the LGBTQI community, like you need to have the ability to control it,
right.
control the flow.
Well, the funny thing is I never mute anyone. That's like even on when I'm hosting, I've never touched the mute button on a guest. It's my lovely, wonderful mods that take care of that if needed. And I'm usually like, "Hey, don't mute them." Like, so I
Can't
have
say that.
I'm also useless in that department as well.
I have to
By the
say
way,
it's the same. Oh,
go
go
ahead,
on,
Erica.
Steve. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say I am a mod in a couple of lives, but it's for exactly the reason that Ari just said. In that their lives that I'm on the panel of really, really often, and they get problematic people in that you do have to mute, and so it's much easier if you have that ability to do that yourself.
I agree.
Um,
And it's interesting. The other day, I think I was in Ari's live or in watching a live that she was in, and we had this like subtle cyber wink and a nod, and she's like, "By the way, what do you have for breakfast?" And the person's about to answer, and she's like, "Nobody fucking cares." And I'm like,
Yes,
"Yes."
Ari. Yes.
Well, so the best part was like before I started saying that, like he typed it in the chat. He's like, "What did you have for breakfast?" I'm like, "Oh, Fax does it. That's perfect. Let me pull a Steve." And so I did it. I was like, "Yeah."
It was the best.
Um,
It was the
I
best.
think we need to change. We need to change
Shirt.
the shirt because you don't say what are you having for dinner now? You say, what's for
What'd you
breakfast?
have for breakfast?
Yeah, so I think we should change it to that because now you're on in the mornings as opposed to when we designed it in the first place. So maybe I'll
That is
do
true.
that over.
That is a very
Maybe I'll
good
do that
point.
over Christmas.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Erica. So yes, not officially a mod, but basically do everything else, including tell me what to say, when to say it, how to say it, to not, to emphasize American excellence, all these kinds of things. I really appreciate that advice. It's really,
Yeah,
really good advice of you.
I also tell you to slag off British food whenever possible.
Totally.
That's the other thing I
Exactly.
said. Yeah.
Sam, anything else that you'd like to share, my friend?
Nope, I just I love that I'm seeing everybody tapping and sharing. I think that that's really important. This is such a fun day and we want everyone to be able to experience it. So, y'all keep your fingers busy if you're just watching.
Thank you, Sam, for
Thanks,
everything.
Sam.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Everybody, please keep tapping and sharing. We appreciate you very much for being here. All right, I'll just go randomly. Rosie, Rosie in the chat said, take a picture of this, me and my suit to get a head start on the 2025 Christmas card. Yeah, sure. That's a great idea. Like, I will totally remember to do that and totally get out ahead of Christmas cards for next year. Seriously, I tell myself every year because I'll get some from my friends. And I'll be like, yeah, I really got to do that, and I just never do it. I've never
I
done
love
it.
when
So.
like when you're a procrastinator. Like I'm sitting right here right now. What I need to be wrapping presents and cleaning my house, but I'm not. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting. But like people will give you the suggestion of like, well, just do this and this and this and all these pre-planning things. And it's like, if I did all those things, then I wouldn't be a procrastinator, would I?
Yeah.
Steve and I had a discussion Saturday about something that I was going to do for Monday. I can't for the life of me remember what it was, and now it's Tuesday. So,
Lizzie, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. First, if you don't mind sharing, what year were you born?
1969.
Okay,
I'm
1969.
in the
Thank you, Gen X.
1900s.
Gen X for the win. Thank you
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much. Let's see. 1969 was. You want to take a guess?
I'm kind of thinking it might be a Barbie of some sort.
Lego building sets.
Oh,
10 to 30 cents
wow.
per 10 to 30 cents per brick, derived from two Danish words meaning play well. That's cool. Lego is not just the top toy from the year you were born, but the top toy from the last century. What began in 1949 as a set of interlocking red and white blocks had become a veritable cultural phenomenon by the late 1960s, complete with its own Legoland theme park.
Oh my gosh.
Bare feet everywhere are ruining the day.
Still the
That's
best
so
toy
true.
ever.
I
Like
agree.
literally,
Legos are awesome.
it's the most iconic.
They're stocking
toy.
stuffers for my kids every year.
Yeah.
Always have been.
Oh gosh. I have a client. I'm a caregiver and I take care of a 22-year-old autistic gentleman, and he is a Lego fanatic and thousands of dollars. I'm telling you. His mother doesn't get out of the store without paying over $100 for one. And he puts them together and then he sits them in a shelf.
I remember one year it's funny, I had to get a Duplo just because there was not a particular Lego that
Right.
and I get
Shame.
I get the hairy eyeball look for my kids. I'm
Shame.
like, what the hell
That's
is
a
this?
generic. You got them the generic ones.
So Lizzie, a favorite memory, favorite gift from your holidays?
Favorite gift for my holidays as a child would be my easy bake oven. And I still like to bake to this day. So my child gave me a baby. My daughter gave my grandson the week before Christmas 6 years ago, and he's my other favorite gift.
That's always a good one. That's always a good one. How about a
Yes, I
favorite
love
memory?
the red jacket, by the way. I want to say you look really festive.
Not just a jacket, it's a whole suit. Let's be real.
Woo! Wait.
Yep.
I gotta be honest. I was really expecting PJs on the bottom half.
No, it's a suit. See, the thing is though, I cannot
That's
go near
commitment.
any open flame.
Yeah. But definitely. Well, I really appreciate you. I love watching you every single morning as I'm putting on my makeup. I'm doing that right now, getting ready to go to work, even though it's Christmas Eve. I am going to pick up my client. And luckily I get to take him with me and have some fun today. So it's a blessing to be able to have, serve people in that way. And that's where my heart is. I used to do accounting, hated it, love people. So I am a people person.
Well, thank you, Lizzie, for the work that you do. Caregivers just do not get enough recognition for what you do. So thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Everybody, please keep tapping and sharing. We appreciate you. What's our music? I just got some background music playing. Love Bing. Love me some Bing. Mayo Din. Looks like you're not. There you are. How are you today?
Hi, I'm here.
Year,
Yeah.
year you were
I'm good.
born?
How are you?
Year you were born, if you don't mind sharing.
Uh, yep, same year as Erica, 1978. So
Okay.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yep. There you go. Okay. Do you have a favorite memory or a favorite gift or both?
Well, I had a pretty traumatic childhood, and so I've like blocked a lot of memories, but I have two kids myself. So I think one of the best memories that I have in recent years is the year that my daughter came out as trans and buying her all of the girly things and seeing her face just light up. Like, I bought her her first purse, and it was just so magical. I just, this kid is so happy now. I've never seen her so joyful. And for me, Christmas, the best thing about Christmas is watching people open the gifts that I've given them. I really don't want or need anything. So, yeah, that's basically it.
What are you doing? Come on.
That's amazing.
How long ago was that,
Thank you.
friend? How long ago was that?
Um, she came out 2 years ago. So this is our third Christmas now with two daughters.
You good, Lainey?
Yeah, I'm good.
Lainey, I love you. I think you're wonderful.
Well, the feeling is mutual. Like
Oh, thank
honestly.
you.
So great to hear stories like that because we hear so much the other way.
I
So
know. I
thank
know, and
you.
it hurts my heart so much
Mm.
to and I really I don't understand how parents can just turn their backs on their kids. Like, I love my kids so much, and when she came to me, because I was the first one that she told, um I was just like, okay, what name am I calling you? you know and she's the she's the same person.
Yeah.
She's still hilarious. She still has the same sense of humor. She still pushes my buttons in the same way. It's just she was not born in the right body.
Mm.
Well, I like to frame it a little differently. That like I was born in my body,
Mhm.
right? Like and it just needed some renovations. That's all. It was a fixer upper.
That's
You
cute. I
know,
like
like
I
it's
like
not
that. Yeah.
it wasn't the wrong one. It was mine. And it got me where I needed to be until I was safe enough to be myself, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mayodin, thank you so much for sharing your story. I
Yes,
really,
thanks
really
so
appreciate
much.
that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
It's our
Favorite
pleasure.
gift
Thank you
this
for being
Christmas
here.
so far.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Have a great holiday.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
That's the sign of a great parent, though, right? If
Yeah,
you are the first person your kid tells when they
that's it.
have a problem or they feel uncomfortable, no matter what that is, if you are the person that your kid goes to tell you, that's a sign of an awesome parent.
Yeah. That's parenting goals right there.
Exactly. Good morning, AD. Happy
Oh,
holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
yes.
Kwanzaa.
Happy everything. It got me up here all I'm trying to recover from that. I got tearful. That was such a beautiful story.
Year you were
I
born.
oh, it's the Nerf ball for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Yes. I clearly probably there was a lot of broken things on the inside. Yes. Smashing good time it was.
In,
Yes.
indeed. Favorite memory, favorite gift?
Oh, my favorite gift, the thing that changed my life forever. Growing up, I liked to roller skate, and I had this cute little red AM radio, and that's all I had. But AM radio back in the 70s was lit, right?
Totally.
Man, that was the best radio. And then my mom and dad got me a cassette tape player, which was phenomenal. And I loved it dearly, but got really frustrated that,
Ari, cassettes are these little small things that you put a pencil in and they play music on.
I said I know exactly what a cassette is. I had a cassette player. I had a cassette recorder. Like my mom made sure I knew what
you
all
gotta have
that
pencils
was.
for those too. You gotta have
Yep, you have to put the
pencils.
pencil in it to space
Yeah.
in case the tape got caught.
But there was just a little problem because I wanted to make mixtapes and things. And so I only had one cassette. And so one year I wanted the big boom box. That was my need. And so yeah, I was the naughty one because I would like go and kind of peel the tape away and kind of try and look on the underneath the packaging. And my mom was really savage. She would wrap it in such a way, and then she'd like try and catch me in the act because she'd put the tape in certain positions.
I did that. I was never the kind of kid. I never wanted to open I never did it. Like I never wanted to. If I saw something, I just didn't. I didn't even bother to look. I always wanted to be surprised.
That's so funny now because I'm that way. Like, I don't know. Now I really don't want to know because I ruined stuff for myself so often. But it was just such a monumental moment in my life because I could record music from one side to the other and it totally opened up my whole world. And it was like the most, yeah, it was great. Music is my heart. So I have a tattoo on my body to show it. So, like Sam, if you know me today, yeah, that was pretty monumental. But I love that you're doing this today. I love you so much. Lainey, so great to see you, my friend. Ari, so great to see you. Erica, my friend, I have some
Sparkly.
news.
Oh.
I have my ticket to fly, and so I am officially a carrier of the United States passport. And so since I turn 55 in this coming fabulous year, I have definitely saying it out loud here on this platform. I'm going to come visit you because I can do that now.
Yay!
Yes, I can leave this country, and I'm not going to leave it permanently, but I do want to get the hell out of here a time or two, which I'm doing shortly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So that's really probably going to be my best gift ever, is taking a cruise with my kids to Jamaica and Grand Cayman shortly after the new year. So, life is just grand. And I love all of you so much. I love our mod team. I'm glad you give a shout out to them. I'm here once in a while to mod, but the consistency that they all have that keep us afloat, I am just eternally grateful for all of us in this family. I think it might have been Sam that was up and said the best gift of this year has been this community for me. And yeah, I want you all to have an amazing time soaking in the holiday and just taking the breather that we're all going to need as we enter this new year of surprises. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. Surprises.
Well said, AD. I appreciate that. I know you're going to have a great time, obviously, in the Caribbean, man. I think that's...
Man, I'm about to go swim with dolphins, so you can't tell me nothing right now.
Good for you. Thank you for being here, friend. I appreciate you as always.
Right back at you. Love y'all.
Love you too. See you later.
Love you, Amy.
kinda
Amy Dawn,
cool.
sorry. I always forget that Amy Dawn's full name is Amy Dawn, not Amy, middle name Dawn.
So I just call her AD. Just easier for me. Kipper does not need a friend, Sam. Thank you, though. Thank you so much, Sam. Kipper does not need a friend. I'm Kipper's friend. He's good.
Your dog needs a pet dog.
I'll get him. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get him a pet rock. We're good. Ariel, how are you today? Thank you for being
Good
here.
morning. How are you guys? Hey, Ari.
Year you were born, please.
1990, so it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, there you go.
So,
All right.
you want to know something crazy facts?
Sure.
She does this one every time I come. I jump on
do
the panel.
because it's so interesting. So I went to high school with her.
Oh, that's great. You guys did you find yourself here?
Yeah, we
Well,
found each other again through I think
one
you
of
saw
these
me in
lives.
RJ's.
It might have been RJ's, it might have been Facts. I don't remember.
I'm in
But I
everything.
saw her on the panel and I'm like, oh my God, I think that's Ariel. I think I went to high school with her. And then I checked out her and I'm like, that's totally her. Cause we grow, we change, but not as much as we think. Cause even looking back in like the Facebook pages, cause we used to be friends on Facebook 100 years ago, and the pictures, they changed, but not quite as much, and I'm like, yeah, that's totally her. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I think I know you. And she recognized me immediately. So that was cool.
That's awesome. What a cool thing.
Well, I
Favorite
would
memory,
hope that
favorite
you would
gift?
remember
Oh,
the,
sorry.
you know,
Go ahead,
the
honey.
other person who has the same name as you in your at the school. But yeah, so that might have
Small
helped a
world.
little.
There was, so we had Ariel, and Ariel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. And then I can't
We gotta
remember.
find the third one. Get the team back
Well,
together.
It's like the Heathers.
Either it was Ariel here or there was another Ariel that had the exact same birthday as me as well. So it was interesting in high school.
Do you have
I
a
don't-
favorite gift or favorite memory you'd like to share?
Oh no. So it's funny, and I'm putting this towards probably just being sleep deprived with my own 3 children, but I don't remember many of my gifts that I got when I was a kid. I don't know why, I guess, but the things that stick to me the most is definitely the memories. I remember baking cookies with my grandma. I remember going and seeing Christmas lights with my mom. One year, in Colorado, there's this, the North Pole Village. I can't remember where in Colorado, but Ari knows. It's like past Colorado Springs. Telluride? I don't know.
would guess. So I know Fort Collins does something, but I don't think it's that. So it's somewhere.
No. It's like, so if you go past Springs and then past that other little mountain town and keep going, that's all it is. It's the North Pole Village. And it's open like 9 out of 12 months a year. It's not open during the summer. And they have like Santa Claus and the elves and reindeer, and then they have rides and games. And I remember stuff like that versus gifts. And so I try really hard with my own kids to pack full the month as much as we can and do things. I mean, they get gifts off their wish list, of course, but if I can leave them with anything, I hope that they remember the baking cookies, going to Christmas carnivals, those kind of things.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. It's all right, deep breath. It's as they get older, right?
Mm.
We just hope that those things that we did for them, the collective we that we did for them when they were little, that they remember. And it's good to know that my kids do. There are certain things that we do, like we have a train that goes underneath our Christmas tree, right? They've had since they were little. And my middle son is the one that always is like, "Where's the train?" And he's the one that sets it up. And absolutely, they asked about it last night. Where's the train? I'm like, I forgot the train. But he took the time to set up the train, and it's
Yeah.
things like that. I have to get D-sized batteries today, by the way. Sorry, non sequitur, squirrel.
No, you're fine. I'm the same way.
Yeah, so but you're right, and as it's just really that's the good stuff, right? That is the good stuff, no doubt about it. I'm glad you said it that way because that is
Yeah, like one of the things we do when we start off like December is we make ugly Christmas sweaters. So I go to Goodwill and I find sweaters as close to the sizes as possible, and then I have a bunch of art supplies like felt and everything, and the kids, they tell me like they kind of design it and they set everything up. If my kids are 8, 5, and 2, so I usually do the 2-year-olds, and I will help my son with, he's getting better with cutting, and then I do the hot glue, of course. My daughter did more this year though, and they love it. And like their minds, what they come up with. And then when school has ugly Christmas sweater day, they get to wear the ones that they made versus something that we bought, and they love it so much more. And I don't know, it's really nice.
I love that. Well, thank you for sharing your story, and thank you
Thank
for being here.
you.
And I'm glad to be part of the reunion, so to speak. So thank you for being here again. Appreciate you, and happy holidays to you.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Bye. That's cool. I like that. Facebook used
All
to be
right,
like
I'm
that.
going to stop procrastinating and go do all the things that I need to do before my partner gets here this afternoon. And thank you for the lovely morning gift of hanging out, and thank you to Ben, who
Yep.
sent me a cash app just a minute ago.
I was going to
And,
do the same thing. Thank you, Ben, as well, for the Merry Christmas. And he also said further cassette tape education.
You see? You see?
But I love y'all, and we will see you on the other side of the holiday. And continue doing the things. And yeah, that's it. Love you.
Thank
I'll
you,
see you
Lainey.
around,
Love you too.
Lainey.
See you
Bye,
later.
babe.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's just keep rolling through. Everybody, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead, Erica.
No, Ben sent me a PayPal as well. so because I don't have Venmo or Cash App. So thank you, Ben. That's amazing. Merry Christmas. Happy
Thank you for doing
Kwanzaa.
it. Good morning, just Christine. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Fine, thank you. Year you were born, if you don't mind sharing?
73?
73. You want to take a guess?
Well, based on the toys that my brothers got, I would say Tonka, but I don't think that's right.
Shrinky Dinks.
That I would not guess that.
Shrinky Dinks, thin sheets of decorated plastic that shrunk down and hardened after baking. Hey now, that hardened after baking inside an oven, were marketed as pure magic up upon their debut in 1973. Of course, the real explanation was polystyrene plastic, which hosts polymer chains that straighten out when heated, rolled, and cooled. Yes, I remember Shrinky Dinks. Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
So what's on your mind? Favorite memory? Favorite gift?
So, mine's twofold. Okay, so that same year that my brothers got their Tonka trucks, I got a doll. I'm not going to say the name of the doll because I used the name of the doll to name my first child.
Okay.
But it was my favorite, still my favorite. I have it put up. My second favorite would be this stuffed animal seal that had a special name that I won't name because when my son came out as trans, he used the name of the seal
That's awesome.
as his name. Wow. So both names, he knew how important Emily. I just said it. Damn it. No. His government name meant to me, and growing up, and naming him that, and he loved the name of the seal, and so he put that in as his middle name for his new name.
That's beautiful.
So those are my special ones. Yeah, those are my favorites.
What a great thing. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate that. It's very, very special. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thanks so much. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody.
You too. See you later. Everybody, please keep sharing. Please keep tapping and clap. Hold on a second. Let me do this.
Santa Facts is going to ask you the year you were born so we can determine your favorite gift. I am your candy cane for the day. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Guys, if you already know, because you've been in here long enough, that you know the top Christmas gift, the year you were born. When Facts asks what year you were born, just name the gift. I was born in the what year was I born? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. 1975?
No, not the gift I'm talking about. 1978.
No, what year was it?
1978.
1978 again was Star Wars action figures.
Oh yeah, Star Wars. So I was born in Star Wars.
Okay.
For example.
But we'd have to determine what the gift was first before they would know.
Yeah, if they that's why I said if they already know.
Gotcha. Hi, Chelsea.
What's up, guys?
What year were you born?
93.
93. Okay, another one. Seriously. 1993. I have to scroll all the way down on the page. 1990. You want to take a guess what the number one toy was that year?
I don't know. I had Beanie Babies growing up, so I don't know.
1993 was the Super Soaker. Hey now. Original estimates between $10 and $50 when not helping NASA with their Galileo mission to Jupiter. The nuclear engineer Dr. Lonnie Johnson, Lonnie Johnson was home working on a heat pump that could use vaporized water pressure instead of hazardous freon. When the pump sent a stream of water across the room, Johnson pivoted toward creating a high-powered water blaster instead. He built a prototype out of PVC pipe and an empty soda bottle he called the Power Drencher, which used an air pressure chamber to pump water from a reservoir. After a few necessary tweaks, the Super Soaker was born.
That
There
sounds
you
so
go.
legit. And for all the people that were saying that that was the year you graduated high school, I apologize.
I got that too,
I said
Chels.
93 and everybody was like, that's when I graduated. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Favorite memory, favorite gift, Chels?
Um, well, I did a lot of charity work growing up, so I didn't do a lot of gifts. But I did, my brother got a hoverboard a couple years ago, and I tried to be cool and go on it, and it was the most disastrous Christmas gift that I've ever been a part of. But it was my favorite because I really thought I was so much cooler than I was.
Yeah.
That was not the case. And I also
we've all
don't
been
have the
there.
coordination that I thought I had either.
Yeah.
That's how that always happens.
Yeah.
Right?
I did.
It looked
like
cool. You would think it would be easier than it was, but it was not. There was nothing good about that.
Well, what we learned earlier is that people who grew up in my generation, before the invention of slip and slides, they would just water down their driveway and slide down that.
I did
So-
have coordination because when I don't even remember when we got. Do you remember Heelys?
Yeah, somebody just said that. Heelys,
Yeah,
totally.
those were fucking legit. I had
Well, we didn't have
a
Heelys,
few
but I mean,
pairs.
we had steel wheeled roller skates. So let's be real.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't. But we had metal slides, so I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, I like you. We did a lot. We did a lot of volunteer work when my mom and I did
Yeah.
a lot of volunteer work. At going to nursing homes. I remember just going and watching her read to people and brush their hair and stuff like that, which was really cool. Myself, my mother, my grandmother, going to soup kitchens, houseless shelters. There was one not far from where we lived, and I always wondered what we were doing and why we were going there, and it just became this just thing that we did.
Yeah, I've started to do it with my kids for the holidays.
There was one not far from where we lived. Yep.
With the kids, but I with my mom because then I could watch other people's kids, and I loved watching kids. So that's some of the volunteer work that I did so that they could feed the homeless or that we could have all of that happen.
I love that. I love.
So
Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. Hi, Jess.
Yes. Well, first of all, I went to the punk rock flea market the other day, and this is the shirt. It says politicians and diapers need to be changed often for the same reason.
Boom! I freaking
I
love
like that shirt.
It's like an old man T-shirt. Like it's got stains and rips, but I didn't care. I needed it.
I'm sorry. It looks like a what T-shirt?
Like an old T-shirt, like really
Like an
old,
older,
like some
man.
old,
like
yeah,
a
some like
really
old.
old man.
It's
Head
yeah,
over there.
exactly.
What year were you born, Jess?
I believe I was the was it the NES? Was it
Okay.
1985? The
Okay.
NES. Yeah.
right.
So I
that
had
was 86.
Oh, what was 85? I don't remember.
Did we do 85?
Was it Teddy Ruxpin?
Could be. Hold on a second. 1985 was indeed Teddy Ruxpin. Yes.
Teddy
Original
Ruxpin.
original estimated retail price of $70. Former Disney Imagineer named Ken Force created the cuddly creepy animatronic teddy bear that could read bedtime stories using the same technology that Disney used for animatronic theme park attractions. Forcey equipped the top-selling bear with a cassette tape. Cassette tape, Ari, is the thing you put with a pencil in it. Never mind.
Yeah, and you have to rewind it.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't even
top-selling-
know what this teddy bear is, so I'm with Ari. Like I'm too young. I don't
Top-selling-
even know what this bear is.
With a cassette tape and moving facial features, even with somewhat hefty price tag, Teddy Ruxpin was the best-selling toy of 1985 and part of 1986 until the Nintendo game system took over. There you go.
And I never had one ever.
Yeah.
Ari, what year were you?
91.
Okay, so yeah. I don't know. Yeah, again, we don't know what a cassette is. Okay, we had CD players.
No, actually, I do.
No, I had CD players. I'm sorry.
My mom made sure I had a cassette. I had a cassette player, a recorder. I had the whole shebang. I remember clicking on all the buttons and how loud they were.
Oh, no.
Jess, favorite memory, favorite gift?
So I had 3 gifts when I was younger. First of all, my by far favorite
It is. Like, I cannot wait for tomorrow to wake up at about 3 a.m.
Yeah. Now it's like I'm the one that's up, and everybody's like, "Oh, are we getting up? Are we doing this? It's almost noon."
Last year, my husband said, he's like, I'm not doing anything before 5 a.m. Put on a movie. So we watched Home Alone. After Home Alone, we can open presents.
Does everybody have like a favorite Christmas movie that they watch every year?
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Elf for me. Elf or Love Actually.
I
Notice
have
nobody responded. So are we all in agreement that
No.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie?
I'm in agreement. It's just a movie that happens to occur at Christmas.
Thank you.
No, I really don't care. I don't
I'm-
even like Christmas movies. I don't even like Christmas music. Christmas music comes on way too soon. I did choir in high school. I was singing Christmas music before Halloween, which is before, like, also before my birthday, and I'm like, I don't like it. And then I worked retail where they're playing Christmas music as soon as it hits November 1st, and I'm like, I'm done with it. Sorry, guys.
Somebody said it's a Wonderful Life. So here's my Jimmy Stewart impression. You ready?
Yes.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
That's pretty good.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm a sappy person. I watch Jack Frost, like the really sad one with Michael Keaton, every Christmas. I don't know why. It makes me cry every time, but I have to watch it.
Yeah, don't give that movie tip to Erica because she won't make it through the credits.
Erica, have you ever seen it?
I have not, but literally, my favorite Christmas movie is a movie called Nativity, which I shared with Steve not long ago.
It's great.
And it's a great movie, and yes, I cry every time. I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go see Jack Frost.
I will look it up.
Michael Keaton.
I will, because what I need to do more is cry. I definitely don't.
Listen, I feel like a good cry explains a holiday season with kids. Like, I need a good cry, and Jack Frost provides me that so that I don't look pathetic for just doing it on a regular basis and during the holiday season. So I make an effort to watch Jack Frost so that it just gets it all out.
We cry these days so we don't put our head through a wall.
Right.
Yes.
The holidays.
Just gets it all out.
Classics. But just again, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. I know Ben Arrow's in the chat, and he says Christmas can't start until Alan Rickman, yippee-ki-yay, Christmas can't start until he falls off the Yakatomi Plaza. But I'm gonna die on that hill. I know Obi disagrees because Obi thinks it's a Christmas movie.
There are
too.
some good debates going on TikTok. There's the pineapple debate on Matt's live. Pineapple on pizza.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Thank you.
For next year, Facts, I'm getting you a Yakatomi Plaza Christmas party sweater to wear for the Christmas period, just for funsies.
I'll wear it because I can be the ultimate contradiction. I'm happy to do that.
I'm getting everybody on board on this pineapple on pizza thing because Matt is wrong.
For the record, there are 3 things that can go on pizza: tomatoes, cheese, and olive oil. Anything other than that makes it not pizza. There are actual rules and governing bodies in the country of Italy that set forth what is and what isn't pizza, and I'm not joking.
I
Pizza-
tried to say it.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
everything.
pizza-
Now that we know his childhood, everything now makes more sense. There's an analytical approach to everything, even the construction of said oval disc of yumminess.
Now, if y'all want to make some kind of dessert flatbread and put pineapple on it and Canadian bacon, feel free, but do not, under
Call it
any
pizza.
circumstances, call it pizza under penalty of law. You don't want Mario and Luigi coming over in their cart from Italy to
Okay,
arrest
I'm
you.
bringing Anthony to this next argument against Matt because I've been debating him every day on this shit.
You could drop me, but happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you, Jess.
Happy
Good to see you.
holidays.
And
Happy.
Merry Christmas and happy birthday to your child. That's an awesome thing.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you very much.
Bye. Thanks
December
for coming.
birthdays are legit and should be appreciated as such.
Oh, I feel so bad, honestly, for anyone that's born in December because it's like, do you have Christmas and your birthday at the same time?
I
Is it
just did my
actually
daughter's birthday
separated?
party on Sunday, and I was like, "This is your day," and then
Good.
Hi,
Christmas.
Char. How are you?
Hi.
Year you were
I'm
born, please.
1968.
Do
I
we do
think that was
68
Hot
already?
Wheels.
It was Hot Wheels. Okay, there you go. That's a good one. Hot Wheels. That's a
That
good
was
one.
Hot Wheels. That's right.
Yep. We had somebody
Again,
previous.
better than the knockoff Matchbox. Char,
Will you stop it?
favorite gift and or memory from the holiday season.
Well, it's my favorite memory of the holiday season was as an adult. 1996. I still remember, and I'm going to cry, but it's when my late husband asked me to marry him.
Oh, that's a sweet memory.
And they got my grandmother and my dad on the telephone from Michigan. We were out in California. That's where I kind of grew up at. And we had traveled in. It was my first Christmas away from the family. And he put the ring inside of a purse. And so I opened the purse, and I'm just loving this purse because if anybody knows me, I'm a purse freak. And he kept telling me, look inside, look inside. And I wasn't listening because I was just going on about and so then I opened it up, and inside was the box with the ring. And by the time that I looked up, he was down on his knees asking me to marry him.
Well, there you go. That's a very sweet memory. Hmm. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just bittersweet. I mean, this is my third Christmas without him, but I'm good. It's just those tear me up, you know. But probably the next ones after that were my grandkids. I cherish them every day. And Erica, I wanted to tell you, I appreciate the comment that you made earlier about if your child shares something with you before anybody else, or that's a good sign of a parent. My daughter revealed a secret to me a couple months ago, and she hadn't told anybody in 15 years, and I was the first one that she shared with, and it was heartbreaking, but at the same time it was honoring. So I appreciate the comment, Erica. Thank you for saying that. That made me feel better about the way that things have went over the last few months.
Listen, obviously you all know I've worked with thousands of young people in my career, and one of the things that I always look at and envy in people's relationship with their parents is that their parents are the first people they tell when something significant happens, be that good or bad, right? And even my parents, I think my parents are amazing, but there are still things that have happened in my life that I have never told them. So if your child picks you to be the person that they tell over anybody else, that is the sign of an amazing parent.
And I needed to hear that today because I don't have the rest of my family, and my other child is a stray. But we're not going to go there. So,
Well, listen,
I appreciate that statement. Thank you
if
so
that
much.
comment helped you today, I'm so pleased that it did. But it's the truth. If your kid can share things with you, especially if those things are not great things, then that's a real sign that you've done an amazing job.
Thank you,
Thank
Char,
you.
for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of our community. We appreciate you very much. Have a lovely
Can
day.
you drop me down, please?
You got it. See you later.
Thank you.
Someone just asked about 1955, but this thing is not scrolling, so I will find it for you in a moment. Everybody, please, if you would mind, just continue to like and share the live. Make sure we stay on the FYP find it for you in a moment. Everybody, please, if you wouldn't mind, just continue to like and share the live. Make sure we stay on the FYP. Having great conversations today, a little lighthearted.
At midnight is the Peruvian aspect of it.
That's cool. So growing up I'm half Italian and half English. I always joke that the English side I can bore myself to sleep, and my Italian love that. Absolutely. My
Yeah.
son, yeah, they've been part of our childhood, and part of my kids growing up too. So I love those stories. Thank you for that, Eve. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you having me up and having me on the team.
You please, and thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Have a great day.
You too. Everyone else as well.
Somebody asked about somebody's got an echo.
Oh, I think it's you. I keep
Me?
hearing it.
Why would I have an echo? I think it's gone.
It was probably me.
Somebody asked about 1950 Magic 8 Ball. The Magic 8 Ball was inspired by Psycho Seer, a cylindrical crystal ball with 2 dice inside of it. The item was created by Albert Carter, the son of a professional psychic, shocker, along with his brother-in-law, Abe Bookman. Carter unsuccessfully marketed several incarnations of the Psycho Seer before passing away in 1948. Bookman subsequently redesigned the product to the one we see today. 1950, the Magic 8 Ball. No estimated retail prices available. There you go. Love the Magic 8 Ball. Funny that was invented by a psychic. It's kind of wild. That is really wild. Everybody, please keep tapping and sharing. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for participating in us today. We appreciate you. Hi, Casey. How are you?
Oh, hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Excellent. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for being here. What year were you born?
I was born in '89, and I'm not sure what the top gift was.
Let's do. Did we do 89 yet?
I don't think so. I was waiting to hear that. That is my brother's year of birth, so I was curious.
1989. Let's see. 1989. Game Boy. We did that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
It was
and
the
I'm a Pokemon kid too.
It was the Batmobile here.
Oh, nice.
That's almost better. That's better. Favorite memory, favorite gift, Casey?
Oh man, I gotta say it's a little bit of a cool joke, but when I was 15, I wanted a go-ped, a stand-up gas-powered scooter, and big to do about it. And, everybody was dropping hints, and the day came, and it wasn't there. Until my dad asked me to go out to the trunk because he forgot one of my sister's gifts. And that sucker was folded up in the trunk.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, that was a lot of fun. But no, that was a great year.
I love that. That's a good one. Any favorite memory that comes to mind, or anything else on your mind?
I mean, I'm deeply opposed to your stance on Die Hard, simply for the reason that it ticks all of the traditional Christmas boxes. Where, I mean, the seasonality aside, it is a journey from being cynical and detached and disconnected with guns and Alan Rickman.
Counter would be, so any other movie that happens to have symbolism and or representation of a particular season, does that make it that season's movie? Like, does it make it a in July?
I would, that's a fair point. I would, I probably wouldn't unless
Thank you, I win.
it
Goodbye.
was.
Sorry, Casey.
Oh gosh. But hey,
Thank you,
Facts.
Casey. I appreciate
Wow,
you.
that was savage.
That was savage.
That
Steve,
was
he's that way.
savage.
That's Facts for you. That's Steve. We love Steve. I'm gonna drop because I've got to make a phone call. And the fun part about all of this, so I know you kind of already know this, Steve, but so I had started a new job. So we'll see if I have a job to go back to on Thursday. They're
Keep us
already
posted.
they're already upset that I left to go to the ER. And the beginning of the month for missing work because I had a tire that went totally flat, needed replaced entirely, and it took all day. So
Sorry, Ari. Keep us posted.
I'm sorry, Ari.
You're muted, Ari. There you go. Okay.
Can I ask about AD?
Jenga.
Mhm.
Original estimated price of $12. Jenga involves a few years to catch on. According to legend entrepreneur Robert Grebler, who's largely responsible for bringing the game to North America, holds the record for the tallest known Jenga tower at just over 40 levels. So, y'all, okay, here's the or whatever. You have to beat 40. You have to take a picture of it. You have to save it. You have to come back, and then we'll challenge the record. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's your mission.
Chelsea, it was Sylvanian families here in 1980. Animal figures that you get in family sets.
I think Erica's offended that we're not highlighting British Christmas
No,
prices.
no, I'm just
covered.
I'm the
This is gonna
international
be a new series
correspondent.
for her.
Facts. I'm adding on.
That's true. That's true.
I'm adding additional information. Thank you very much.
I like it.
Political witch. Hello.
Hello.
Year you were born, please.
1980.
1980. Okay. I don't think we've done 1980 yet. Rubik's Cube.
Oh, nice.
Original retail price.
No, when I was 13, I really wanted a crystal ball. It was like the only thing on my Christmas list. I wanted it so bad. And my parents wrapped all the presents under the Christmas tree, and there was a box, the right size, everything. It was heavy. So every day I went to go pick up this box, shake it a little, like, this is my crystal ball. I know it. I know it. Well, my dad has a really messed up sense of humor. So he rewrapped the box and put a bunch of rocks in it. So Christmas morning, I get up at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to open this present. I know it's my crystal ball. I went and I opened it, and I was box with a bunch of rocks, and I flung it, and he was like, oh, there went your crystal ball. And I just started crying because I thought my dad really got me just a little marble. And then he made me wait 8 hours later until dinner time. And then he finally brought out the correct box with my crystal ball in it. So he let me spend all Christmas Day thinking my dad actually got me a little crystal marble and not the crystal ball I wanted. Cried, was upset, called all my friends, crying, telling them how mean my dad was.
Game
And
respects game. I
yeah,
appreciate that. That's a good dad game right there.
it,
Props to your dad.
yeah, he was he still talks about how proud he was of that moment of getting one over on me. And I'm now 44, and every Christmas he has to bring it up about the crystal ball. Sometimes he brings me a marble on Christmas morning. So
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Thank you for sharing that with us, friend, and thank you for being part of our family. We appreciate you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Yule, everyone.
You too. See you later.
Yeah, it's the Yule tide, guys.
I got you. I got you, Yule, right here. How you doing? How you doing? Hi, Cookie.
Hi, good morning, and happy holidays to everybody.
Year you were born?
76.
Did we do 76 yet? I don't know if we did that.
Yeah, I think we did 76.
76 was no.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, God.